concept of manifesting union has become so overcomplicated. It's actually really simple in essence. Let's break it down. What you are really craving at a deep soul level, if you identify with the twin flame journey, if you're doing mirror work, and if you're healing yourself, what you're really craving is that energy of divine union. This is not something that you need to fix yourself in order to achieve. This is something that you inherently deserve. It can be very easy to get caught up in the healing trap, which very quickly becomes a fixing myself trap. This can make you feel very hopeless and like you're spinning your wheels if you're seeing nothing change in your physical reality, or you keep attracting the same patterns and behavior over and over again. The energy of union is just the same energy as unconditional self-love. So, for example, if you have been treated poorly in the past, if you have engaged with people who have not given you what you truly deserve and need, this was never a reflection of any lack of worth within you. This was simply a lack of the unconditional loving frequency in that connection. If you're on the twin flame journey, you are meant to anchor in this new energy of unconditional love. And so rejection is going to feel that much more painful because your soul knows that it is here to experience the exact opposite. Lots of twin flames who I've worked with experience so much rejection through the heart chakra, and honestly, this goes back many, many lifetimes for a lot of people. It is a huge collective pattern that we are healing. So there is actually no set point for when you will be deserving of or be able to manifest that divine union. It's actually, there's no set point and there's no finish line because it's an in-the-moment choice. The idea of a set point or a finish line is essentially the same as thinking, if I fix myself enough, I will eventually deserve this. The true energy of a divine union is feeling so unconditionally with yourself, with your triggers, with your inner child. It's almost this feeling of openness in your heart where you're committed to yourself, you're committed to your emotions, you're committed to taking care of yourself, and it is from a genuine place of doing it because you know that you deserve it and because you want to give yourself that love. Fixing yourself more is not going to call in this partner. It would only call in a partner who thinks that you need fixing. This process is all about building a different relationship to your own emotions. And even though you might not be fixing things in your external reality, you are shifting your frequency at such a deep level. You are in every single moment aligning with your divine union and with your soulmate friends. Every single moment that you choose to be unconditionally present and loving towards yourself. And this does not mean perfect. It literally means having this energy of acceptance and allowance towards all of your negative emotions when they come up. It's about being willing to work with the parts of yourself that you might deem unacceptable, or maybe you feel like you're hard to get along with, or you have a bad attitude, or you have these insecurities, or you're not beautiful enough. Whatever that resistance is, it's about not ignoring it, but sitting with it and actually inviting that fear and those insecurities to come to the surface because you're now going to be a safe place for them. When you do this, you begin to build a sense of self-trust and your whole internal world shifts. So I started doing this work years ago when I was in a terrible place relative to self-love. I was in what I like to call self-hate consciousness, self-rejection consciousness, this feeling that there's something wrong with you, that you're not good enough, that you need to get better, that you need to push yourself harder, that you need to watch what you say, that you need to constantly basically be a different person. Self-hate consciousness is the opposite of self-love consciousness. And self-love consciousness is pretty much the same frequency as union. The reason that I say it's almost the same frequency is because to call in a divine union, you also have to have what I like to call unity consciousness, which is an us mentality versus a me versus them mentality. It is about opening your heart to their perspective. It's also about knowing that you are a safe space for someone else. Not just a safe space for yourself, not just in this hyper independent energy, but for you being able to confidently feel like if my divine union came into my life right now, I could be a safe space for this person. I could reassure them, I could be with them, I could be unconditionally present with them, I could be honest with them. That is unity consciousness. These two frequencies, self-love consciousness, which is the prerequisite to unity consciousness, because you are going to have a hard time feeling this unconditional love towards others if you haven't yet experienced it towards yourself. Plus, unity consciousness is the recipe for manifesting in your divine union and partnership. And that is all that it takes to call in that divine union and then hold it so that you have it forever. If you need help shifting into these energies, everything that I just talked about is in my free healing course, the Aligned Activation Series. I even have meditations in there to help you shift into these levels of consciousness. You can go back and use them anytime you find yourself feeling triggered to keep shifting your baseline frequency to that union energy. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful, if this resonated, and of course, follow for more.